Hi there, I'm Alicia Malone. Welcome back to TCM, where we have been watching a series of films picked for us by our TCM Backlot members. And now for our final film of the day, we're crossing over to Larry Smith. Hi, Larry.
Hi, Alicia. How are you?
I'm really good. I'm excited to talk to you, not only about your pick, but also about your job. Can you tell everyone what it is that you do?
I am a lucky film buff. I am a nitrate film specialist for the Library of Congress, and basically I work on films made before 1950, and I'm responsible for 144,000 reels of film.
Wow, and combustible film too.
It's highly flammable, but we believe it's the best film stock ever made, and the best copies you can get are from the original material, so it needs to survive.
Yeah, absolutely. I think if anyone watching has been to the TCM Classic Film Festival, they may have been lucky enough to watch a nitrate film screening. I have such great memories of seeing Leave Her to Heaven in Technicolor and nitrate, which was just a magical experience. For people who have never seen nitrate film projected, how would you describe it?
Nitrate film is the best plastic that the emulsion can be attached to, and it's clear and durable. When the light goes through it, if you were to see a nitrate film projected using carbon arc, that would be the way people saw it in the 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s. So you're seeing pure cinema instead of a copy of a copy of a copy.
I like that, pure cinema, and that leads us perfectly to your pick, which is To Have and Have Not from 1944, directed by Howard Hawks, based on the novel by Ernest Hemingway. Have you had a chance to see To Have and Have Not in nitrate?
Not projected nitrate, but it's kind of interesting. Where I work at the Library of Congress, a lot of the films we have on nitrate are the negatives. So they're the mothers of all the copies. And the interesting thing about film preservation is the quality of the copies improves about every 20 years. So we had copies we made for television in the 50s, videotape in the 70s, DVDs in the 90s, now Blu-ray, and they keep getting better quality because they can extract more information off the original negatives if they survive. And yes, we have the original negatives for a lot of Bogart's titles.
Oh, that's so lucky. And what do you love about this movie?
I kind of fell in love with Lauren Bacall the first time I saw this film. She was an unknown quantity. You didn't know what she was going to bring to the screen. But as the film progresses, you see her really come to life, and she's fascinating to watch. She is just a natural.
Of course, this film is most famous for bringing Bogey together with Bacall for the very first time. And even though they had just met, you can feel that chemistry, can't you?
That's true. When Bogart started working with Bacall, he was the old pro. He had been a star for the last 10 to 20 years, and really he could pick his projects. And when he started working with Hawks and this new young girl, Bacall, he saw a spark in her. And I remember there was a story he told, was acting with her was kind of like playing tennis. She gave as good as she got. So they had a lot of back and forth play. And she said that he actually made her feel more comfortable. She was very nervous during the shoot, and he did everything he could to put her at ease. And he even ended up teaching her how to steal a scene.
Yeah, I mean, even though she was so much more inexperienced than he, she really was able to keep up with him, particularly in the improvised moments.
Oh, and there was a lot of improvisation. It sounds like the script, they shot as much as they could in order, and the script was rewritten almost every day. So in the morning, they would get together, go over the script, and see how it sounded. And if it felt natural, then they would get up and walk around and decide where the light should go. So bit by bit, each day, they added to the quality of the film and the story.
Well, very important question for you, Larry. You know how to whistle, don't you? That is your favorite scene in the movie, correct?
Yes, yes, that is. I'll just say there is a whistle, yes, in my favorite scene. The chemistry kind of comes together and you can see fireworks in their eyes, yes, during the whistle scene. In fact, anytime the two of them are alone together, watch it. It's delicious. There's a lot going on.
It really is. And my cat has come to say hello. She wants to watch as well. So let's get into it. From 1944, here is To Have and Have Not. What a wonderful film. That was To Have and Have Not, directed by Howard Hawks, starring Lauren Bacall and Humphrey Bogart. And joining me once again to talk about the film is the TCM backlot member who chose it for us to watch, Larry Smith. Hi, Larry.
Hi, Alicia. That was great.
Yeah. And speaking about another film, To Have and Have Not was also adapted into a 1950 Michael Curtiz film called The Breaking Point with
Mhm.
John Garfield. I think I've heard Eddie Muller say that he prefers that version to Have and Have Not. I'm guessing you might disagree with him.
Well, I'll agree that it's closer to the book. In the remake, he is married and has children. And in the book, at the end, he dies. But in Breaking Point, they couldn't have John Garfield die. So the film ends with him being taken to the hospital. We don't know if he's going to make it or not. But does it compare to Have and Have Not? To Have and Have Not's a lot of fun, and most of it's the chemistry between Bogart and Bacall, but only about 20% of it is based on the book. So there's a big difference in the stories.
Yeah, it's like lightning in a bottle capturing those two on the screen. They got married just a year after that at a farm
Mhm.
in Ohio, which is a very special place for you as well.
That's true. I was lucky enough to meet Lauren Bacall in 1989. We had a nice few minutes together. I got her to autograph some memorabilia for me, and that never left my mind. When Jenny and I were talking about getting married in 2005, we were trying to find a Hollywood connection. And I discovered in my research that in Malabar Farm, which was about 3 hours from Dayton, where we lived, they got married on May 21st. And we made some phone calls and arrangements, and we eloped just like they did and got married at Malabar Farm in the room that they got married. The pastor, who was a friend of
Wow.
ours, was a professional film critic. And we wrote Lauren and invited her to come. She couldn't come, she had commitments in Europe, but she sent us an autographed picture for a wedding gift.
Oh, that's so nice. So Lauren Bacall and Humphrey Bogart really mean a lot to you and your wife.
They do. And it's a treasure to watch their films again. We kind of relive all our memories. And, thank goodness for TCM keeping that all alive.
Well, Humphrey Bogart made so many incredible films. Do you have a favorite Bogart performance?
Well, about five. Yeah, I love him in Big Sleep, Treasure of the Sierra Madre, Maltese Falcon, we watch several times a year. High Sierra is great. And then there's a little film called Casablanca.
Mm, probably the quintessential Humphrey Bogart performance. Even if people don't know much about Humphrey Bogart, they know that film. Larry
Yeah.
Smith, thank you so much for joining us on TCM.
Thank you, TCM, for everything you guys do. It's great. We appreciate it.
Well, that's it for me and our lineup of fan favorites chosen by TCM backlot members. But up next, our look at concert films and documentaries continues, so don't go anywhere.